All right, everybody. This is Mr. Hardcore Mode here with Nothing's Easy, here with another hard rant for you, warriors and wenches, to thought process on Expedition 33. Expedition 33 has been an excellent, amazing story with awesome gameplay, with JRPG elements and Dark Souls elements, and also a little bit of Nier Automata elements to it. It's an amazing game. I suggest you try it out for yourself, or check whatever sort of YouTuber, streamer, and see if the game is for you. Now, is the game woke? No, it's fucking not woke. But some people think that the game is woke. And here we got Yorch Torch Games. He doesn't even fucking make games, so I don't know why he named himself that. He thinks that the reason that the Expedition 33 is fucking woke is because that there are black people in 1800s or 1900 France. And when I saw that there were black people in France, I just made a joke about it, but I didn't label it as woke, because I know it's like an alternate world of France. And I know that two things. I want the developers to make whatever they want to make, and number two, make it feel like it's actually lived in. Make it feel like what's the word I'm looking for? Make it feel realistic and intentional, if that makes any sort of things. And those two things will not make the game woke. I mean, it's super easy. Most game developers do that such thing without even thinking about it. And when I saw that there were not only white people, it was actually predominantly white people. There was actually a couple of Asian people, and there was a lot of like black NPCs everywhere. My only gripe about the black people was that they made the black women all nappy headed and wearing men's clothes. I'm over here like, nigga, what the fuck? Just make the black women just wear dresses, and they're just fanning their faces, and they're just talking to people. Why do you got them wearing like fucking not all in that time period? Most women wore dresses. That's just how it is. And then have a couple of women, you know, a couple of NPCs. By the way, it's only in the first 20 minutes of the game. You never see it again. But make those sort of like women, some of them, like they're newspaper people. They work in the coal area. They clean chimneys. Don't make women women. You know what I mean? Bring out that femininity. Make the girls just have laughs and hanging out with their girlfriends. You know, they're all wearing dresses. You can do that, though. Don't make all the women fucking wear like they're all about to deliver newspaper or shine my fucking shoes. That's all I ask for. That's it. That's it. That's all I ask for. And this individual thinks that the game is woke. The game's not woke. The game is actually pretty amazing, and it's got a lot of feeling to it. Now, he says this. Gamers, he always says this shit. I originally didn't go on a crusade against Expedition 33 because it's a new IP. The devs didn't hijack on existing one, and it certainly isn't Concord where even robots feature pronouns. So, wait. So this is a brand new IP, and they can do with this IP with whatever they want. That's a big one right there. The devs didn't hijack an existing IP. That's a very big one, because most developers in the AAA industry really do that. And it certainly isn't a Concord where even robots feature pronouns. It's not a remaster where body type A and body type B nonsense was injected when there was previously none of that. It's a new studio that hasn't sold its soul to globalist entities like Embracer Group. So that means the game is not DEI, right? Okay, let's keep that. Okay, so it's not DEI infested. Okay, keep that up. No, I'm gonna remember that. Kepler Interactive, its publisher, is owned by a group of independent game devs behind games like Sifu. Sifu's a really good game. Also, they're former Ubisoft developers too. It's not a Doom the Dark Ages where a feminist company like Microsoft is diluting an existing brand by appealing to the Pedro Pascal Disney Marvel audience. What the fuck does that even fucking have to do with Doom the Dark Ages? What the fuck are you talking about? If Doom the Dark Ages is a good game, then it's a fucking good game. But there's no feminist bullshit. It's you killing demons. What the fuck are you talking about? Why did you even mention Doom? What the fuck are you talking about? Why don't you just say it's not it's not like Microsoft, we're a feminist company, like, you know, why didn't you just start it off with take out all of this? It's not like Microsoft diluting an existing brand by appealing to the Pedro Pascal Disney Marvel audience. Where the fuck did this come from? Everybody wants to play this game. Did you see the trailer, by the way? Fucking dope. Oh, I remember some people were upset that there was a woman in she was actually a very attractive woman, by the way. Let me show you know what? I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you right people were upset that there was a woman and they thought that she was ugly. They thought she was ugly. There she is. Here it is. They thought that this woman right here, was fucking ugly. I looked at her and I was like, bruh, I wish I had that. What the fuck are you talking about? Who told you, who gave you the right to say, I think I should be the arbiter of attractive women, because these motherfuckers are probably the ugliest dumbasses I've ever heard or seen. Are you serious right now? This woman's attractive. You know who she reminds me of? What's her name? Who got fired from Disney? What's her name? She's doing she's suing Disney or something like that. You know what? Somebody in chat will tell me. I'll look it up. She reminds me of her. She used to be in UFC or something. She used to be in boxing or something. I forgot her name. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. I think it starts with the C. Gina Carano. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, she looks like Gina Carano. Yep. Hot. It's not a Compulsion Games or Obsidian once revered studio that has been corrupted beyond redemption by DEI and feminist initiatives sponsored by Microsoft. However, the tone of the DEI inclusions in the game is antagonistic toward French and European identity. What are you talking about? The area, which is France, is predominantly mostly white people. Go ahead and look at the game. I played the game. It's predominantly white people anyway. As a matter of fact, when you play the game, they actually kill, like, all the fucking black expeditioners. And I'm like, oh, all I got is white people and one Asian chick. And I'm like, oh, I'm over here thinking to myself, they're probably going to, you know, the black guy's gonna live. No, they killed that black guy post haste. And I was like, oh shit, equality? Holy shit. You know, when you see games and you're just like, the black guy, like Disney's been doing this where I'm just like, the black guy is going to, the black girl is going to be the new boss, right? I was like, what the fuck? You remember when they had that bug-eyed black bitch, Deborah Wilson, going toe-to-toe with fucking Darth Vader in Jedi Survivor? I was just like, bitch, ain't no way you would put a dent on him. At the end, the cutscene was like her jumping at pushing him to the wall, jumping at him. He's all damaged and injured up, and Deborah Wilson jumps at him and is about to stab him, but then he pulled the whole, you know, saber right through her chest, and she missed. And I'm like, no, son, you would not even get that close. That shit was fucking wrong. That shit was fucking wrong. This right here, it ain't fucking anything, bruh. I can't continue spreading a coherent message if I don't call it out. Many won't agree with this, but we can't keep tolerating every single disrespect to Western identity in the form of alternate worlds. Well, it's not Western identity, it's in the East. It's Europe. What? Oh, anyway, it's Europe. It's not America. If you want to do an alternate world, don't use La Tour Eiffel or L'Arc de Triomphe as your setting, only to turn it into South of Midnight. It doesn't look like South of... Oh my god, you're a fucking idiot. By the way, it's called Lumiere, and Lumiere looks like this. It's La Ville Lumiere, and it's actually a place. It's basically this, right here. Actually, very beautiful. France is very beautiful, by the way. And the buildings match what's in the game. All the houses bunched up together and stuff like that. It's actually very beautiful. Really articulate. There's the Eiffel Tower. And here's the thing, though. You want to know how I know it's not DEI? It's because of one thing and one thing only. People are allowed to design certain areas in not only in a fictional setting, but also a realistic setting. You have to understand that France back in the day, yes, there were all white people. Can you make a story where France is mostly white with some black people? Absolutely you can. But you got to understand that there are indeed white people in France. You can't change everybody in France and make them all black. Like, that would be pretty fucked up. But it was predominantly white people in the actual game. Beautiful setting, by the way. This place is highly, this is a tourist area. You can see right here at the bottom. Very, very beautiful. But they call the place Lumiere, basically the city of lights, Paris. And like I said, there are two instances where, in order for this game to be political messaging in its strongest form, is this. Let's say Gustave Eiffel, the guy that created the Eiffel Tower, they brought him, a famous engineer that worked on the Eiffel Tower, if they brought him back and they made him black. Like, he's in the proper setting too. Around like 1800s, he's in the proper setting. He even has the same clothes as some of the NPCs. He's in the proper setting to be in this game, and it would be kind of cool. But if they change this individual into like a black guy, we would have a problem. But in this game, nobody is mentioned to be famous. Nobody is out here being called this and that, or like famous heroes, famous people in French history. None of that. It's just the people of France. That's it. Unlike what we talked about before, where Angerboda is supposed to be white, but in God of War Ragnarok, they made her black. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? What they label this game as is just an interpretation of what France is. And it's okay. That's fine. It's an alternate world. It does its own thing. That's fine. As long as the game is not... As long as the amount of NPCs is sort of balanced to where it's like, okay, there's predominantly black people. It's predominantly white people. It is. And there's some black people here and there, which it is. And a couple of Asians here and there, which it is. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. This would actually make sense. I made a joke about it when I was playing, but it wasn't really that serious. But I thought it was actually really kind of interesting. Even the voice actors for some of the black characters were actually really well done. Really well done. Really good job. Let's continue. This game is beautiful. Its art direction is breathtaking. You would have to take into account what I was just talking about. It is definitely a promising future for Western development. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Okay, all right. I'll take that. That's a positive feedback right there. But the sneaky DEI pandering ruins the experience. Is it run by DEI? You know, DEI is actually a system set in place. DEI is not just some thing. If there's political messaging in the game, you could say that. But DEI is a whole fucking different thing. That means money is involved and people are literally consulting and saying, you can do this, but not this. Where is the proof on the DEI? When you bring out DEI, you have to come out and say, okay, they did it because of this money and this is the reason why. These are the people that were hired and this and that. Don't bring up DEI and there's no proof of it. Otherwise, you're going to look like a fucking clown. If you want to say political messaging, that's fine. I don't see it, but that's fine. DEI destroys everything. Western gaming deserves respect. European history. Why did you say Western gaming and then you say European history? It's in the East. Whatever. Western civilization deserves respect. Bruh. Am I going crazy here? The West would involve Canada, America, Mexico, Africa. The East would be Europe, Japan. Did I say Africa? I meant South America. My bad. Did I say Africa? South America. But anyway, I like how he put this really nice picture of two white people in I don't know why didn't you just show the black people? Why didn't you show the black people? You showed a picture of two white people. At least show the proof. You know what I mean? You gotta come out and show the proof and say like, yeah, see all these black people? You showed two white people and now nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. Did they even mention it's France? I think they never mentioned it. Lumiere is basically is light. It's France. They also have the Eiffel Tower that's ripped apart in the background if you play the game. It's France. Or at least Paris. At least Paris. But La Ville Lumiere is basically the city of light. That's part of Paris. So them not saying it's France, you don't really need to. It's pretty, you could put two and two together and be like, okay, it is France. But it's not like, France isn't real? He's right. He's right. France isn't real. You know what?
It don't matter. None of this matters.
I'm on Act 2, but haven't picked it up. I'm on Act 2 too. It's fucking crazy. Let's not mention the story, okay? Let's not mention the story. Smash JT says, I'm more and more glad I've distanced myself from you with each passing day. He says, hey Smash, feel free to read this. And being a conservative is not for the weak. It's the and what is he talking about? You truly are a miserable piece of shit. Keep screaming into the void. By the way, some people are saying that he's racist. I don't think he's racist. I think he's just a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? He's just a fucking idiot. He's not racist. You'll know a racist when you see one. You'll know one. Okay? All right, Nick Fuentes is a fucking piece of shit racist. Okay? Does he say some things that make sense? Yes. But altogether, he's a fucking racist. But mate, respectfully, this is a massive L take. Expedition 33 is a absolute masterpiece with zero woke shit, at least in the first act or so. That plaza scene says otherwise. Don't get me started on Lucian. Who the fuck is Lucian? If you want to... Bro, I know you're bullshitting when you withhold information. I know you're bullshitting when you withheld information. If you want to dispute something and you have some sort of take that's gonna be, you know, not everybody's gonna agree with this, you need to come out and say everything. Don't just be like, oh, don't get me started on what I might say next. And I'm like, say it. Say it. Well, you're not ready for that information. Nigga, oh, are you serious right now? Are you serious? Yeah. What is the complaint here? Is it just that there are non-white characters in the game? I'm still in fact Act 1, but I haven't seen anything remotely DEI or woke so far. It's a Bridgerton. Exposition 33 is a Bridgerton. I could even reach and say it's Broadway. By the way, can I say something? Bridgerton was also an alternate world of Europe. You can say whatever you want about Bridgerton, how the story doesn't make sense, it's boring, it's bland, but they did give like there are black characters, there's white characters, there's Asian characters, but it did give off some. It had enough love to where there was a season 2. When I watched season 1, some of the characters, the voice actors and the characters in Bridgerton 1, I want to see them in more films. They could really act. That was an alternate world of Europe. They weren't trying to do some sort of like, oh shit, this is how it was. Like, oh shit, this is these important people. This is how it was back then in Europe. It was an alternate world of Europe. That's all there was. Now, if they come out like that one show, what was it? Like there was a king of England. He was black, he was crippled, and he was gay. I forgot if it was placed in Europe, but I think it was the King of England or somewhere else. That was fucked up. That one was fucked up. Isn't the game about a witch that paints people dead? A very historical. Yeah. Where were you getting that? Where you? If anything, France is getting killed every year, and they're still trying to stop the paintress from killing them. This is part of the trailer. This is not a spoiler. It's literally part of the trailer. French people literally not giving up and not surrendering to the paintress. I was like, that's not very French. That's not very French. Remember when the Germans stepped in and they were like, yeah, we surrender? I remember that part. Well, France not giving up every year and fighting the good fight against a paintress? I'm over here like, yeah, that ain't French, bro. Yeah, this is a wrong story. I don't remember that. But like I said, Bridgerton, you can say whatever you want about Bridgerton. Like, there were good voice actors, and they had sort of an implementation to an alternate world of Europe. Obviously, we all know that it was highly predominantly white in Eastern Europe. Did they use DI initiative? Fuck yeah, they probably did. On Netflix? Hells yeah, they fucking did. But we all knew it was an alternate world of Europe. I don't like that version because they are literally using DEI initiatives, but they were really, it had a story that could have worked. The only thing is that it fucking sucked. The fucking show stuck. You know what was weird about Bridgerton? There was a lot of straight, like, relationships on Bridgerton. I was over here like, yo, it's gonna be a whole bunch of gay people and shit. No, Bridgerton was a whole bunch of people. I think they just wanted to have a black guy going with a white girl or something like that. But it was, in a way, they're really good at romance, but in another way, they're really not good at making a story. Maybe it was some fetish to have like interracial relationships, but in a way, we all knew it was an alternate world. Also, there was a white gentleman in Bridgerton that I want to see him in more films. He was a really good actor. I want to see him in more films. He has an excellent voice. Also, the one black individual that was the main protagonist in the first season, I think those two individuals have like a place in film. Just stay away from fucking Hollywood. Just stay away. But I'm just saying, we knew it was an alternate world, and this one is just the same. It's an alternate world that actually works. You lost me there. Since when gaming is about Christian or conservative values, or male exclusivity. Who the hell expects historical accuracy from fantasy games? Exactly. Don't you just pay? Don't you? I literally just saw an Asian bitch fly around shooting fire and ice out of her feet. Well, not out of her feet. I just wanted to talk about her feet. I'm sorry. I know, I'm weird. I'm sorry. If you want to go away, that's fine. I literally just saw an Asian bitch throw a fireball out of her hands. But historical accuracy? It's not going out like Assassin's Creed Shadows that said like, oh yeah, all of this is real. And I was just like, what the fuck? You can't do that. You can't do it. Do like you always do, where everything's fictional. It appears you got drunk on your trending X post and dived off the cliff into the culture war bullshit. Every post. Oh man, he going in. Gamer culture is an amalgamation of all walks of life, creed, sexual orientation, and race. More to the point, largest gamer demographic is adults who can think for themselves. Haven't you noticed that nerds think of feminists lecturing on tolerance in their own space? Do you think you telling them the right from wrong is any different? It's got a point. I said it once and I'll repeat it again. Choose your battles. Yes. Yes. Choose your fucking battles. Say what you want about KCD, but you're gonna look like a fucking idiot if you keep on mentioning KCD2 being woke. Say what you want about any other game that has succeeded, like Expedition 33, but pick your fucking battles. If you are a minority, you want to say your thing, go ahead. But you're gonna look like a clown at the end of the day. I'm looking at this character and this Yorch Torch games, and I'm seeing two things. One, he wants views. He wants views on X. Two, the man doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about and he's withholding information. Okay, that's three. Yeah, he's withholding information. If he has something to say that's actually substantial, he would say it. But we just witnessed him say like, oh, well, I could talk about that, but I don't really have any. Also, he lied. He just flat out said that it's DEI, and he just flat out lied. You have to mention that DEI, when you mention like initiatives or systems in like a sort of company, you have to show the facts. You can't just say this is DEI. You can say that, oh shit, well, this has political messaging, much like Veilguard is. But Veilguard literally has DEI initiatives on it. It does. It literally is all over BioWare. Look at the website. Like I said, you can't just say like, oh shit, my wife is DEI. And I'm like, nigga, do you want to be single? What the fuck did you just say? But I said it once and I'll repeat it again. Choose your battles. You infantilize any legitimate pushback we have against AC Shadows and Ubisoft obvious priorities. It's a night and day difference with Expedition 33. Here's another thing that I've noticed with Yorch Torch games. He is not willing to have a fucking conversation. I will not trust anything that you say if you just go, gamers, it's woke. Because there's black people. And I'm like, well, tell me what's up. Tell me what's going on. Give me proof that this is woke. And then they're just like, here's a meme that I just made. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious right now? We're supposed to have a discussion. If you want to meet, if you want to come at level with me, you want to have a discussion, you want to have a debate, let's do it. You can't just go, gamers, I'm right and you're wrong. No proof necessary. And I'm like, you know what this is the equivalent of? You know what this is the equivalent of? It's left-leaning fucking weirdos that just scream at you with no intention of understanding you. It's like, hey, some guys on the side of the street like, God is love, they don't want you to be gay. And then some person goes, doesn't even dispute it, doesn't even make a debate. They just go, ah, some purple-haired fat bitch with 3 titties coming at you, yelling and screaming in your face. No debate. None. Nothing to dispute. Nothing to have a conversation with. Abortion is bad. Ah! No debate. Nothing. Just crunch wrap supreme all over your fucking face because she can't keep her mouth shut. All that don't give them an inch nonsense is a forever war you'll never win. True. It's intoxicating to feel validated, and is the same short-sighted poison the woke mob groomed the liberals with. Bro, this person's spitting. Gamers want to be left alone, not lectured by thought leaders. Bro, is this a woman? It's a man. Oh, we'll work something out. They're adults who vote with their wallets. Work with their wallets. It's always follows the money. Wokeness is defeated. The gaming industry will self-repair. Have the patience to trust in the process. That is very, very true right there. They want to have the patience to trust in the process. Treat your mutuals like adults who don't share your Christian values or conservative ideas, and you'll sleep a lot better. The audience is conservative. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. Give this person a fucking medal, indeed. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. That was... what a load of horse shit. France is beautiful, by the way. France is very beautiful. But I'm saving money to go to Czech and try that place out. I want to not only go to Czech, but I also want to wear some clothes in the 1500 period. Maybe they're affordable. Actually, that would probably be a better idea, to not buy them online and probably buy them in Czech. That way I get a reduced price because you're not paying for shipping and, you know, it's all in-house and stuff like that. But I want to visit Czech. As much as I love cities, I don't love cities. Czech is a little bit more widespread. There's cities in Czech, but it's a little bit more widespread. There's more greenery there. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Guys, think for yourselves, okay? You don't need, you don't need me. You can figure it out for yourself. You can count to 10. You don't need somebody else telling you, like, who to trust, what to feel. You're your own man or woman. And that's 2 genders, by the way. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to end the video. See you guys later.